I'm going to start a series where I look at different things rappers from different cities get to show that they're making a name for themselves or starting to get some traction or money towards their name. They can range anywhere from fashion to jewelry to specific cars. Anyway, I figured I'd start with New York since that's where I'm from and that's where I know the most about. New York is the mecca of hip-hop, and it's also where a lot of fashion trends start and stem from. A lot of baggier clothes were worn in the 80s and 90s to reflect the style of the time, especially in hip-hop. However, times changed, the clothing styles changed, and that's of course reflected in the clothes we now wear. Skinny jeans have overtaken baggy jeans that we were used to in the 80s and 90s, and that's also pretty true in hip-hop now. At the moment, there's no jeans more beloved in hip-hop than Amiri jeans. Made by fashion designer Mike Amiri, they were first dropped in 2014 and have slowly taken over hip-hop in general. They're sometimes called Billy jeans, $1,000 jeans, Amiris. Anyway, the reason I reference them in relation to New York hip-hop is the fact that I haven't heard a single New York rapper not mention them within the last 3 years at some point in one of their songs. New York is known for fashion. It's one of the only cities in America known mainly for fashion and its ability to stand out within the fashion world. I've heard rappers from Pop Smoke to Dave East to West Side Gun all make bars about Amiri jeans. I've even heard an A Boogie bar in which he says, "I probably got more Mike Amiri jeans than Mike Amiri." I think that bar kind of shows how in love and invested a lot of these rappers are in these big name designer brands. It kind of shows if you don't have any, then you're not as important or not as wealthy as you are or should be as an artist. Amiri jeans specifically seem to have a hold on the New York hip hop community for some reason. I don't really see the hype in the jeans. They're anywhere from $500 to $3,000 depending on what pair you buy. The jeans are really expensive because apparently it takes 3 months to make a pair, and on top of that, the distressed look that a lot of the jeans have and the tears a lot of them have are formed using a shotgun. I think the hype around these jeans reached a peak when there was an Instagram page dedicated to exposing New York rappers for wearing fake Amiri jeans. Everyone's favorite rapper was getting exposed on that page, even rappers who clearly got real Amiri jeans and the money to afford real Amiri jeans as opposed to just local rappers who were coming up. They even posted Pop Smoke at one point, probably just to get their views up or something. I don't know. Fake Amiris became the cardinal sin of New York hip-hop. It almost seemed worse than capping in your raps at one point. Amiris kind of became like a measure of wealth for rappers and their success. How many pairs you had, if you were up on the latest fashion trends, etc., etc. Drill rap from New York has especially boosted Amiri jeans' popularity within mainstay hip-hop. I didn't really hear any bars from rappers outside of New York about Amiri jeans until New York rappers started rapping about them for real. I'm sure rappers from other cities were up on the trend of buying them. I just for real didn't hear any bars about owning any until New York rappers started making it popular within the drill scene. Maybe I could be wrong though. Anyways, on to the next part. Puffer coats have always been a mainstay within New York fashion, as obviously it gets pretty cold there. There's no puffer coat more beloved within New York hip-hop and New York fashion than the Moncler coat. It's probably the most beloved coat within fashion and hip-hop in general, to be honest. Moncler coats are actually one of my favorite fashion pieces that I've seen within recent time. Honestly, they're up there with Jordan 1s, Nike SBs, and Air Force 1s for fashion pieces that hip-hop has helped popularize. They're a timeless piece, and something about them just seems pretty nostalgic while also being very modern. The brand Moncler is named after the favorite city of two Italian designers, the founder and co-founder of the company. It wasn't until Remo Ruffini, the current owner of the company, did the company actually make a pivot into the fashion world and becoming a major luxury brand. After being able to reach all of Europe's youth that they could, they then decided to head for America and get a hold of America's market. Moncler coats are mostly known for their style and eccentric look, and not as much for how well they keep people warm. That's not to say they don't do their job though. The hype behind Moncler coats is just as big, if not way bigger than the hype behind Amiri jeans. People get robbed, shot, stabbed, jumped, anything for their Moncler coats every year. Stores get robbed for them, people put their lives in danger to get these coats. Once rappers have them, it's almost like they're official. I remember when Shy K got one and niggas stopped calling him broke afterwards. In fact, he hasn't been bullied about shit since. Other designer puffer coat brands like Moose Knuckle and Canada Goose are pretty popular amongst New York rappers and people who get money. However, they're not as prominent or as popular as Moncler coats. Anyway, thanks for watching the video. I didn't want to focus on anything from the past like big rope chains, Cuban links. Averex jackets, Pella coats, because I wanted to focus on what's now and what's modern today. There are other fashion pieces like those Dior shoes that are really popular within New York rap. However, I really couldn't talk much about them if I really wanted to. And every other fashion brand besides Amiri Jeans and Moncler coats have came and went really fast within New York hip hop, which is why I believe them being here right now is what sticks out about them. They've been here for a few. Anyways, comment what city I should do next and what possessions or fashion pieces I should do from those cities: Detroit, LA, New Orleans, ATL, Houston, South Florida, anywhere. Anyways, have a great day. Thanks again for watching my video.